let me get this thing, because this frustrated me too.
You can continue to enjoy Nintendo Switch Online on Switch 2. And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
So what everybody was so excited about for years, ever since I started doing retro gaming on the
Nintendo
Switch.
Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack will be getting a new classic game library.
They're like, yeah, you guys said you wanted GameCube? Guess what? You can have GameCube if you buy the new console. There is no reason this cannot be available on the original Switch, except for gatekeeping it to push people to buy the next console. Again, we're getting to this point in technology where the Switch 2, sure, is better technology, but you can't tell me the original Switch doesn't have enough RAM to run GameCube. I'm sure it would be just fine. I'm sure it would be. I mean, hell, I can run GameCube games just fine on my Steam Deck right now. And it doesn't chug at all or do any problems or anything. And it's not even optimized. It just works on the Steam Deck. So clearly Nintendo is gatekeeping this from it to entice people to buy the next console. And I'm like, if you got to start doing that, you got to wonder, have we peaked when it comes to like game consoles? If you need to start doing this kind of tactic to get people to buy the next one, it's like, well, is it not good enough on its own? You need to start like limiting what could go on it and what doesn't. It's interesting.
Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2000.
Oh, good point, Death on a Trikey. Plus, they already remastered GameCube games. Yeah, that's true.
Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind using a mysterious baton, Link sets sail on an adventure across the Great Sea. The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
But this game was already remastered and made better. Like skipping the sailing, the wasting time with sailing and stuff. Like it's like a way better version that they remastered. And they're advertising the original game for the GameCube as the first game they talk about. Where is Super Smash JT Brothers? Good question, Luke. Good question. Yeah, Will of Fans, that's what I'm saying. I agree. This pissed me off. Why no HD remaster? It's curious.
Transcending history and the world. A tale of souls and swords eternally retold. In this
I mean, for me personally too, just to get my bias out there, I own all these games. I have a GameCube, and I have no interest in being like, oh, I'm excited to be able to play this on my Switch too. It's like, no, if I want to play these games, I'll play them on my GameCube. I don't need a Switch 2 for this. But that's just me. I'm sure there are other people that don't have those consoles anymore or never played these games that this would be their first opportunity to do so. So
3D weapons-based fighting game. Each fighter comes equipped with a different weapon. And Link from the Legend of Zelda series enters the fray. Soul Calibur 2.
Good game, by the way.
Experience a world
This is a
of
really good game
white-knuckle
too.
racing at
I love
speeds
this
over
game.
2,000 kilometers per hour. 30 machines will put it all on the line in death-defying races. Featuring the series' first machine customization and story mode, get ready to experience F-Zero GX. In games that support multiplayer,
Nintendo's like, hey, I heard you guys really wanted F-Zero, so we're giving you F-Zero from the GameCube.
4 can play together locally or online.
That is nice that they enabled online with it. That is nice.
Enjoy these classic games with clearer image quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking.
That's nice. You can do save points and customize controls. That's really nice.
More titles will be added in the future. Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics, the Switch 2 exclusive game library coming to Nintendo Switch Online Plus Expansion Pack launches the same day as the hardware's release.
Will the Fans makes a really great point, guys. Will the Fans says, all the best games are on virtual GameCube behind 3 paywalls. Buy the console, subscribe to online, upgrade to expansion. Notice how many steps you have to take to get there.
And a dedicated controller designed after the original GameCube controller.
This was pretty awesome. But it pisses me off that they're gatekeeping it away from the original Nintendo Switch. I'm like, why are you doing that? Because you're scared that people aren't going to migrate from the Switch to the Switch 2? So you're starting to do these weird gatekeeping things?
Will also be released. It can connect wirelessly and also has a C button to quickly access Game Chat. The Nintendo GameCube controller, exclusively available for Nintendo Switch Online members, will also be available the same day as Nintendo Switch 2.
You knew Ojak, I mean, you sound like you're joking, but not. Says, I think I'll get a Wii U, laughing my ass off. I mean, like when I watch this stuff, like all it does is sell me on the consoles I already have. And I'm so thankful and grateful that I do, because they can't take those away from me. And they're trying to repackage and resell the same damn thing that I already own, except this time they want to charge me a monthly fee for it. I'm like, why would anyone do this? Just buy the old console if you want to play it. Like, this is not that big of a sell to me. Like, unless you're constantly on the go and you just have to have these games because you're from a broken home and you don't have a steady place that you live, and you're always bouncing from house to house to house, and you're just like, I just play on my Switch all the time and it's just the best thing for me. Okay, I guess in that unique situation, sure. But for anyone that actually like grows up in the same house, just buy the console and buy the game that you want to play on. Like, sure, it might cost more initially, but when you add 12 months of membership or 2 years or 3 years of membership, you put it all together, you could buy a whole console and a game for the price of that, or multiple games. So you start going through these. Yes, broken home. Yes. Infamously, like, sorry, I'm reading the chat while I'm talking. But you go through these like processes of counting up the money, and you see how much it starts adding up, and you're like, wait, what am I doing? Why am I spending all this money on this for this? And I don't even own the game. And if I don't keep paying, it goes away. No, thanks. I'd rather have my physical hardware. That's all this tells me. And the other thing that pissed me off about it is Nintendo still does not give the option to purchase the game from the online service. Like, it would be one thing if they were like, oh, hey, you have to be a member of the online service to play these games. And if you want to purchase them as a benefit, you can buy the game as a member and keep it forever. So that if you don't want to keep up with the membership, or if we take it off of our online server, you still have it on your system and you can re-download it whenever you want because you purchased that game. Nintendo took that away with the eShop. They took the ability to purchase the game. And that always pissed me off. People are like, oh, this is better. You get all the games for one low price. It's like, yeah, bro. And then they all go away when you stop paying. Like, I can still fire up my Wii and my Wii U, and all my games are still there. I can still play them. So it is what it is. But the direction that Nintendo's been going with this stuff, it just, it rubs me the wrong way. It strikes me as being a little greedy, being a little too greedy. And nickel and diming people at every corner instead of being like, we're grateful that you want to try our system. Here's what we did for you, which is, I feel like, what Nintendo used to be. And now they've turned into this. I guess this is what happens when you get success. You just want to make all the money in the world. Because when Nintendo had the Wii U out there, they were, or the 3DS when it launched and fell on its face, they were like slashing the price, giving away free games. So like, we need to make it up to people because we fucked up here. Now they're riding high. They're like, nope, we're going to take full advantage of people. So it's funny how that works. Anyways, I'll leave that there, and we'll move on to the next topic because we've spent like an hour on this direct, but I feel like the direct was a big deal today. That's something I really wanted to talk about. So shout out to you guys. I see people saying cap in the chat. Did we get to the cap while I've been talking? Damn, guys. Shout out to you.